Please be seated.
Thank you.
You seem nervous.
Well, yes, I guess I am.
Why?
Well, why not? At a time like this.
What is there about a time like this to create what appears to be a state of emotional imbalance?
Oh, I'm balanced. I'm perfectly balanced. Absolutely symmetrical. It's just,
I know what boys love. I know what guys want. I know what boys like. I know what girls are mine. I know what boys like. I know what guys want. I see that working. Look how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I can feel like I so hard to go to people. When you hit me, feel when you're holding tight. Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. The girl with kaleidoscope eyes. I'm washing my sheets so I don't get back into my bed. All I do is read and write and lay in the sun. It's my hobby and it's all I want to do, and it's also my job. I just found myself as of late doing a whole bunch of reading and writing and laying in the sun. Isn't that wonderful? I'm a little bit hungover today, so I'm in some kind of daze.
I think I just found myself rereading the same paragraph about 4 times until I realised I should probably stop trying to reread the same paragraph 4 times. But it's been such a lovely day. It's one of the first nice days we've had in London for a while, considering that it's meant to be summer. I'm looking at a very strange insect right now. You can't see it, but just off camera there's an insect that I've never seen before in my entire life. I had so many things that I wanted to talk about, but now that I started recording, my mind just wants peace and silence. I've been reading this book here. This is my current read. This is called Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. This book. And I've actually been recommended this book for so long, but I could never hunt it down. For some reason I could never find it in stores, but then I found it. Can you believe this? I found it. This has been on my list for years and years and years. Then every time in a bookstore I check, I've got a list of things that I check for when I'm in bookstores. When I was in Sicily, I was in Palermo, and I went to a little bookstore and they had a rack of English books, and it's like the bestsellers, you know. It's all the hyper commercial upmarket stuff, all the bestsellers, all the New York Times bestsellers, and then just one copy of this, just one copy in English in a Sicilian bookstore. I think that was meant to be. Sometimes I do fall into the trap of thinking, oh, the universe is sending me signals and synchronicities. It's not a trap, is it? It's a lovely way of thinking, but this is very much one of those. The sun's back! Everyone be quiet now. I have to commune with the sun. This book is one of the best books I've read in a while. I mean, I've had a really good reading streak. All the books that I've been reading as of late have been some of the best books I've read in a while, but this is one of the better, more unique premised non-fiction books that I've read in a while. It's really, really, really fascinating. I'm not too far into it. I'm not even halfway, I don't think. But it's just so interesting. It's about the primal urges to be wild and to run free, and why you can't be wild, or you can be wild, but why it's harder to be wild now because of repressed urges and society and all those things. I can't open my eyes because it's so sunny. It's so interesting, and my first thought when I started reading it was, oh, I can't wait to talk about this with my friends. None of my friends have read it, not a single one. Not a single one of my friends has read this book, and I told them all to read it, so maybe they will and maybe they'll catch up. But I was thinking a lot about how important it is to have community when you have a particular hobby or a particular passion. I'm very lucky that all my friends, not all of them, the fair majority of my friends are big readers, and we can easily chat about anything we read to each other and be really engaged and give each other recommendations, and it's wonderful. And I'm very lucky, but then I felt so isolated because nobody's read this book and I wanted to discuss this book, and so I thought to myself, oh no, what do I do? I suppose that's why book clubs exist, right? Speaking of, I have a little announcement to make. And I'm going to make it whilst I journal, because I really want to journal right now. Some of you might remember when I launched a book club over a year ago now, and I'm very excited to tell you that I am in fact relaunching this book club, The Cult of Classic Literature, which is still so very on brand for me with Fable. Fable is a brilliant little app where you can join book clubs moderated by others, like me, or you can start a private club for you and your friends, or do both. Inside the book club, you'll find discussion rooms for each chapter, which helps keep our conversation spoiler-free as you read entirely at your own pace or keep up with the suggested milestones. And after you've read the book, there's a reflection where you can leave your review. Besides the whole book club element of Fable, there are some other amazing features if you like to keep track of your reading. There's book lists where you can create lists to keep track of all your TBRs, and you can share these and follow other people's lists too. Fable also makes it super easy to leave expressive reviews with emojis, tags, and half-star ratings, which is a luxury. If you know, you know. The book I have selected for August for the Cult of Classic Literature is one of my forever favorites, and that is The Collector by John Fowles. In essence, a man who collects butterflies takes to collecting a girl. and what follows is a struggle of humanity and morality, and it really makes your skin crawl. When you join a club, hopefully my club, you can engage in the chat rooms regardless of your preferred reading style, be it physical books, audiobooks, ebooks, but I highly recommend getting the ebook through the Fable app and trying their custom e-reader. It's unlike a Kindle or any other e-reader you might have tried because it integrates with the club. You can make highlights, leave emoji reactions, leave notes/comments on specific passages so other readers can see what you're thinking. You can also turn your highlights into these really sweet quote graphics that you can share with the club and across your socials. If you want to join my book club, The Cult of Classic Literature, where I periodically choose classics that I love and think you will love too, download the free Fable app. Join the club via the link in the description. Read along with the chosen book, introduce yourself in the club lobby, and engage in all these amazing community elements. That said, I think it's time for a little more reading. I don't have much to say. Today. I haven't seen anyone else apart from you. So I haven't been using my voice too much. Only times I've spoken today has been to you. I went to the supermarket, but I went through the self-serve checkout, so I didn't even get to speak to a human then. I actually haven't spoken to a single other person today. There's something kind of romantic about that. I think that's why I don't have so much to say. I'm kind of just in my head a bit. And I'm just gonna keep on reading and writing some more. I'm back in my flat, in my humble abode, and now I am doing some... Take a guess, take a random shot in the dark. Just take a wild guess. Did you guess writing? Because you're correct. I'm writing. I'm not writing. All I do is read and write. All I do is read and write, and I love it so much. This is so wonderful. I'm also reading. I'm doing some reading and writing because I'm reading through submissions for my literary and arts journal, and I'm also writing my own submission. My agent got back to me with some more suggested edits for my novel, some line edits, and I'm going to start those next week, like a clean slate to start those next week, because if I do it this week, I've just got way too much to do this week. Too many things due, too many edits, too many something or others. So I'm enjoying this week, I say like I'm going to enjoy all the weeks. I'm enjoying this week for this specific thing, and next week I just separate it up, otherwise I get all confused and muddied, and I can't do too many projects at once, otherwise I can't distinguish the difference between them. This is like a temporary little reading nook / writing nook / it's just a little nook. Do you like it? I just moved my desk to where my bookshelf is. But the other side of my flat looks very naked. I need to fix it up. This was just for a video that I did for a different thing. I'm working on a poem right now. I wrote an essay for my blog quite recently, but then I'm still thinking about the context of that very much so, and so I'm writing a poem that supplements it. I don't know if you're going to read it in the near future, because this poem's too applicable to my current life situations to post on a blog or publish on a literary journal or something as of right now, because then it's just outing myself for what's going on. So maybe in a few months you'll get to read it, or maybe in the next collection it will have to wait for or something. But I'm really proud of this one. I'm so proud of this one. It's one of my favourite poems that I've written in a really long time. It's one of the few that I've written and felt confident about from the get-go. So that's super fun. Well, I'm going to write some more, and then I'll catch up with you later when I read some more. I feel like I'm a little bit sunburned from the park. I wasn't there for too long, but I'm very freckly and pale, you see. And my skin's burning a little bit, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I feel like reading fiction tonight. A little treat, make dinner and then curl up with a book. I think that would be really lovely with the windows open. I'm sure you can hear all the white noise from the windows open right now. It's quite a warm day, so the windows stay open. I'm currently reading non-fiction and I want to read fiction, and I've got a really cool book that I want to begin. I'll show you later what it is. Because I'm going to go into another intensive bout of edits for my novel starting next week, so I need to get all the reading out of my system because I can't read and write at the same time because I have one brain cell. I can't decide which one, so we're going both. Ginger green tea.